Hello everyone. So today I have a box from the Cubicle, and inside should be some new cubes, some lube, and even some modding tools that I'll be using for some future puzzles. So this is a pretty exciting unboxing. You can see this box is it's pretty sizable. I was gonna do an order on Christmas. Then I decided not to, and then I saw in this week that the Cubicle was having a sale where they were selling some angstrom lubes and some DNM and the RS3M 2020 for free with a large enough order. So I thought, you know, I might as well just do it this week. So it came pretty quickly. So let's get into the box. All right, so in here we have some bubble wrap. Yes, so got some exciting things in here. This is let's get it in frame. This is a Calvin's Puzzle TomZ Constrained Cube. Ultimate Edition or Master version, or the one with 90-degree and 180-degree turns. So this is going to be a really fun puzzle to try to solve. Side I got the Shengshou Clock with the clock waifu. Now I know there's the Qi clock, but I wanted to see if I could set this clock up first before I got the Qi one, just so I could compare the performance between this one and the Qi one. I've heard this one is pretty bad out of the box, so I'll try to set that up. This is the Maru Nano Cube. Comes in this DIY kit. I haven't gotten a DIY cube in a very long time. And it even comes with, I think, a little box and some, I'm guessing this is just Maru lube. You can see it on the back. This is one you have to fully assemble yourself. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do a time lapse of that. Here are some extra magnets that I've ordered for the RS3M 2020. I actually only need one magnet kit, but these are so cheap that I just got two. So in here we have the lube collection. So I got little bottles of DNM. This is a free bottle with the order, and you also have Mystic and Silk. So I'm straight out of Cube Lube right now, so these are going to be really useful. Try to get these centered. So this is a little magic square one. That's interesting. It says it's I think it's taller on one dimension than the rest. And we have Kevin Hayes here, square one master. It's funny. But I don't think I really have a good square one. Well, I have a really old MF8 square one V1, but I don't really like using that. That's just for, that's an old puzzle I bought back then. These are two diamond files that the Cubicle sells for pretty cheap, actually. I had no idea that Cubicle even sold these. I've never heard of anyone actually buying these, but I was browsing through their website and I was looking through their miscellaneous stuff, and apparently they sell diamond files, which is really cool. I don't think they sell sandpaper or epoxy sculpt or anything, but I got 2 of these because they were pretty cheap also. Here is the RS3M 2020, RS3M 2020 edition, not the old version. And this box is smaller than I imagined, actually. Whenever I see it in videos, I feel like it comes in a much bigger box. This is a pretty compact box. So apparently this is a very good puzzle. Excited to get into this. I got a Cubicle holiday card from Lights Camera Cubing. I asked for a random card. This is pretty exciting. Shout out LCC. I really like your videos. Now this is really cool. I've heard about these for a long time. These are the angstrom lubes, and they come in this cool little circular container, not like a bottle, and they also have these blue applicator sticks. And finally, I have in here what I'm most excited about. This is the Dayan Tengyun, it's hard to say, Tengyun V1. This is in stickerless, and oh yes, it says so right here. I'm really excited about this. I've heard this tube is really soft and really quiet, and I think this tube could be my new main, so I'm really excited about that. Really excited to get into that. Alright, so that's all in the box. Now I'll get to actually unboxing everything. Okay, so I'll be saving unboxing and putting together this tiny little Maru Nano Cube for another video. First, I'm going to take a look at this Yuxin Little Magic Square one and see how it is right off the box. Okay, so it has glossy plastic on the outside, a slightly off-center Yuxin logo, and feels a little bit dusty on the outside. I'm not a square one solver by any means. Let's see how it turns. Ooh, it has a nice sandy feel right out of the box. I really like that. So this is really dry out of the box, but it has this really nice sandy smooth feel, and there is a very weak magnetic bump when I do these slice moves. Now I don't know what square one corner cutting should be like, but there's some rounded edges here, Florian holes type things, so maybe you can corner cut a little. Not really, this puzzle seems really tight out of the box. That's nice. I'll have to set this up later. So obviously I'm not going to go through a whole solve of this constrained puzzle in this video, but I'm just going to check out, see how's the turning. Okay, so right off the bat, I notice how much bigger these center pieces are compared to these edges. It It reminds me of a Alpha Mini or whatever the Alpha Mini cube is called. And we have two logos here. Calvin's Puzzle and TomZ. So let's try it out. Ooh, that's a little stiff. This yellow side turns freely, I assume. So it's a little bit stiff out of the box, but these are just the first turns, and I'm sure that it'll get better over time and after lubing. This is going to be really fun to solve. The stickers are a little bit misaligned here. This sticker is a little bit uncentered, but overall it's pretty nice. Let's compare it size-wise to a normal 3x3. This is a Warrior W. It's a little bit smaller, maybe 54 millimeters or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying to solve this. This side is completely locked. This puzzle is crazy. I've never had a constrained puzzle like this before. Gonna have to develop new algorithms and everything. This is the Shengshou Magic Clock. I think it's really cheap. I think it's only like $10 or $12, something like that. Let's get into this box. I'm expecting it to be kind of stiff out of the box. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's not that good out of the box. I've never had a clock in my life, so this is pretty new. I've never touched a clock, never used a clock in my life. Let's try it out. Wow, these pins are really nice. I could sit here all day playing with these pins, but I'm gonna try out these cog wheels, clock faces. I don't know. You know, this is not as bad as I was expecting. I can turn it with my fingers. I'm not going to be speed solving this, so this is actually pretty good. Let's see what happens when I try these pins. This is very springy. This is extremely tactile. I have no idea how this puzzle even moves, but you know, all things considered, I'm pretty impressed with this turning. Maybe they loosened these screws at the factory or something, because I think this turns perfectly well, actually. For casual solving, it could even be used for speed solving this state. I thought I was going to have to go in and lube it and adjust the tensions and everything, but I think I'll just leave it like this. Alright, so that's the Shengshou Clock. Now we're getting onto the exciting 3x3s. This is the RS3M 2020. This is a cube that's gotten a lot of hype, so we'll see. We'll see how it is out of the box. Just a lot of plastic. Accessories box. Oh man, what was that? So we get a Moyu stand, we get a screwdriver. I think one of these fell down, but I think this is the dual adjustment tool. And we get some nice cards. Got Olivia Kleiner here. A pamphlet. First thing I noticed, this has a pretty dark blue, and the surface is not frosted but not glossy. It's sort of in between. Okay, so first turns. So this tube has pretty light turning right out of the box. It has a little bit of a sandy feeling. It sounds like there might be a magnet or something. Maybe there's a magnet loose in there or something, but this feels like a very nice puzzle. It has a little bit of a slight weight to it. It's not a very heavy puzzle, but it has a little bit of solidness to it. It has that new cube feeling. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but this feels like a really good cube. Fortunately, I'm not fast enough to really show you or take advantage of the speed, but this feels like a really solid performer. Let's try A perm. Feels like a very, very solid, very usable cube right out of the box. Let's try corner cutting. It's a little bit tight out of the box. It maxes out at 45 degrees, but the small reverse cuts are really, really easy. Like, this is effortless. We have a little bit of spring noise, but that can easily be taken care of. Oh, there's that, is that a loose magnet in there? I'm gonna have to see, but it feels like a really nice puzzle. Yep, we have the Moyu dual adjustment system on this $9 cube. It's pretty amazing. So I'm not sure if the camera is picking this up, but there is a lot of spring friction and spring noise in here. So I don't think it's a loose magnet. I think it's just this spring is a little bit misaligned with the end of the spring is kind of outside the screw head, and I think that's what's causing the snapping sound. Where the screw kind of like spins 180 degrees. I've never seen that before. What's happening is that there's so much spring friction that the spring is getting caught on the bottom of the screw head, and then it's snapping back once it gets wound up too much, which is something really interesting, but that's easily solved by tube loops, so I'm not concerned about that. All right, now we're finally on the Tengyun. So let's try to get this off. Comes off pretty easily. Classic Dayan logo. Magnetic box. Okay, so we have the cube. This triangular accessories box. Maybe this is just empty. Doesn't sound like there's anything in here. And a pamphlet. Definitely going to be keeping this box. Oh, it looks like there's 2 extra sets of springs in here. These are kind of bronze or gold colored, kind of a interesting shade. Alright, so first impressions. There is some lube on the outside. When people said this tube comes lubey, they were right. But it's nothing too major, nothing I can't deal with. So, first turns. Wow, this is the quietest cube I have ever used right out of the box. You can listen. Maybe a little bit of spring noise, but this is incredible. This is just with the factory lube, whatever they put in here. This is very soft, very smooth feeling, pretty buttery. I really like that. Let's look at the pieces. There's this interesting ring-shaped magnet and this very unique edge design, which sort of looks like an arrow. I forgot to include this, but this puzzle is pretty flexible out of the box, and it has really nice corner cutting. Reverse corner cutting, very effortless. And the cube will flex a little bit, but basically just corner cuts everywhere, which is really nice. And I'm really liking the really easy reverse corner cuts. The forward corner cuts are fine. Pretty much any cube has good forward corner cutting. On the Tengyun, you can see the edge has a little bit of a lip over here, and there's also a center cap lip, which is like my GTS2. Compare that to the RS3M 2020, which is a pretty simple design. So here's all the stuff I ordered. I'm really happy with all these puzzles, every puzzle in here, especially with these two 3x3s. The Tengyun is a little bit lighter than the RS3M 2020, but these feel like really, really nice 3x3s, and I'll definitely be using them a lot in the future. Yeah, here's something else interesting. You can kind of see there's like a square base and a round base. Never noticed that. I'm really happy with this order. Anyway, so that's my Cubicle unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.